तमाम साथियों को या अली मदद and thank you for joining us this morning. Inshallah, we will continue with our Farman Mubarak on Asul Deen. Let's start with Imam's Mubarak name. Nur Maulana Shah Karimul Seni Hazir Imam, Ya Mulai Mehrban, Madad Farma, या मौलाए मेहरबान मदद फरमा या मौलाए मेहरबान मदद फरमा या मौलाए मेहरबान मदद फरमा या मौला तौफीक ताहीद हिम्मत व यारी मौला तौफीक ताहीद हिम्मत व यारी मौला या मौलाए मेहरबान हमारे करीब आ जा मौला या मौला अपने नूर से हम गरीबों की मदद फरमा मौला ताकि तेरे नूर की रोशनी में मौला हम इस रास्ते पर चल सके मौला तेरे ही नूर की रोशनी में मौला इन फरामीन को पढ़ सके समझ सके और अमल कर सके मौला या मौलाए मेहरबान अपना मुबारक हाथ मौला हमारे कंधों पर रख मौला ताकि तेरे साये में मौला हम कोई अच्छा काम कर सके मौला या मौलाए मेहरबान या रहमान या रहीम या करीम अल अकरम मदद मौला मदद तमाम साथियों को एक बार फिर या अली मदद। हमने अपना पिछला सेशन इस लाइन के ऊपर खत्म किया था कि इंसान का दर्जा बहुत ही बुलंद है, लेकिन उसने अपने हाथों से अपने दर्जे को गिराया है। अगर कोई चाहे और मेहनत करे तो पीर सदरुद्दीन जैसा बन सकता है, पीर शम्स जैसा बन सकता है, मंसूर जैसा बन सकता है, बल्कि उससे भी ज्यादा बुलंद जा सकता है। We had ended our session with this statement from this line of Farman that human status is high, but they themselves had lowered it. If someone wish and work hard, they could become like Pir Sadruddin. Can we imagine someone could become like Pir Sadruddin? In our tariqah, we do not find any other Pir like Pir Sadruddin. Somebody like Pir Shams or like Mansoor. But Imam does not stop there. He says, you can go even higher than that. So what status would that be? अगर कोई अपना दर्जा पीर सदरुद्दीन तक पहुंचा देता है और मौला फरमाते हैं कि नहीं, आप उससे भी ज्यादा ऊपर जा सकते हैं, तो ये कौन सा दर्जा होगा जो पीर सदरुद्दीन से भी बुलंद होगा? इसी फरमान में मौला आगे जाकर फरमाते हैं कि आप हजरत ईसा जैसे बन सकते हैं. In the very Farman, Imam says, you can become like Hazrat Isa, the Ruhullah, the manifestation of Allah on this earth. Normally, this term is reserved for Imam himself. As the Imam is the manifestation of Allah on this earth. Imam is the Ruhullah. But Imam saying you can become like him. So human status is much higher than we have thought about or given credit to or are paying attention to. Remember, we have come from the one single soul and we will return back to that one single soul. That is our status. We have not come from anywhere but from the Imam himself, and we shall return back to him. So let's read this Faramin further. Mullah says, we do not say what you will do or what you will be, but we know everything. If you follow our deen firmly, you can reach to the higher stages. You can reach to the higher stages. क्या शरत रखी मौला ने? हम नहीं कहते हैं कि तुम कैसे बनोगे, लेकिन हमें सब खबर है. अगर तुम हमारे दीन के रास्ते पर मुस्तकीम होकर मजबूती से चलोगे तो तुम ऊपर पहुंच सकते हो. उसकी हमें खबर है. And we know that. You can reach even higher stages and we know this. उसकी हमें खबर है. What Imam is telling us that there is a guaranteed higher place where you have come from, and if you are firm on your Sirat al-Mustaqim, meaning if you are moving, constantly struggling and going forward, not sitting on Sirat al-Mustaqim, but moving forward. We must think or ask ourselves a question. Am I sitting on Sirat al-Mustaqim? Am I standing on Sirat al-Mustaqim? Or am I walking and moving forward on Sirat al-Mustaqim? अल्लाह फरमाते हैं कि मुझे ये पता है कि आप किस दर्जे तक पहुंच सकते हैं. यहां पर हमें अपने आप को सवाल पूछना चाहिए कि क्या मैं सिरात अल मुस्तकीम पर बैठा हुआ हूं या मैं सिरात अल मुस्तकीम पर खड़ा हुआ हूं या मैं सिरात अल मुस्तकीम पर चल रहा हूं, आगे बढ़ रहा हूं. What have you done today compared to yesterday and compared to day before? Different. that you could say, I am moving forward. If you take the example, हमने 2 दिन कबल भी 3 टाइम दुआ पढ़ी थी, कल भी 3 टाइम दुआ पढ़ी थी, आज भी 3 टाइम दुआ पढ़ेंगे। हमने क्या किया कि हमें ऐसा लगे कि हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं? Have you done anything more than yesterday? You will say, what is more that we should do? I mean, I'm saying my 3 time dua. What else do you want? आप अपने आप से पूछें कि मैंने 2 दिन कबल भी 3 दुआ पढ़ी थी, कल भी मैंने 3 टाइम दुआ पढ़ी, आज भी मैं पढ़ूंगा। तो सवाल ये होगा कि आप क्या कर रहे हैं आगे बढ़ने के लिए? तो आप पूछेंगे, भाई मैं 3 टाइम दुआ तो पढ़ रहा हूं, अभी और क्या करूं मैं? और क्या करूं मैं? Then we must look at the way our dais, our peers, Nurani family, those bhagats, arifins, what did they do to become like Pir Sadruddin, Pir Shams, Hazrat Isa, Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? What were they doing? Were they just offering 3 time dua? Or were they doing something more than that? Think about it, and I will answer in few minutes. Think about it for a minute. Maybe Imam is drawing our attention that we are not paying attention to our tariqah. We are stuck in Shariat. You know, 3 time dua is just a Shariat, right? And we are stuck. We are sitting on Sirat al-Mustaqim. We are not even standing up, forget about walking. But if you say, no, I'm doing more than that. I'm doing tasbiyat, ibadat. All right. So now we are standing up for ourselves on this Sirat al-Mustaqim. Then what are you doing to walk, move forward on Sirat al-Mustaqim? One can say, and see what I'm doing, right? I'm telling you that I know each one of you who's listening to me right now, you are doing something more. Do you know you are doing something more? I want you to take account of your own soul. I know, I can see you are doing something more, but do you know? All right, I'll let you ponder on that for a minute. अगर हमने कहा कि हमने 3 टाइम दुआ में पढ़ ली तभी और क्या करूं, तो आप कहेंगे कि नहीं, मैं उससे ज्यादा कुछ तस्बीहात भी करता हूं और इबादत भी करता हूं। तो फिर हम कहेंगे कि चले, आप सिरात अल मुस्तकीम पर शरीयत के ऊपर बैठ नहीं किए हैं, आप खड़े हुए हैं सिरात अल मुस्तकीम पर। अब सवाल ये हुआ कि आप खड़े हुए हैं या चल रहे हैं या आगे बढ़ रहे हैं? आप क्या कर रहे हैं सिरात अल मुस्तकीम पर आगे बढ़ने के लिए? मैं देखता हूं आपको जो मेरी आवाज को इस वक्त सुन रहे हैं कि आप आगे बढ़ने के लिए कुछ कर रहे हैं और मैं उसको देखता हूं, लेकिन क्या आप उसको देखते हैं और समझते हैं कि नहीं? सवाल ये नहीं है कि मैं देखता हूं कि नहीं, सवाल ये है कि क्या आप जानते हैं कि नहीं जानते हैं? क्या आपको अंदाजा है कि आप क्या कर रहे हैं सिरातल मुस्तकीम पर आगे बढ़ने के लिए? इसके बारे में हमको इनफरादी तौर पर अपने आप का जायजा लेना चाहिए। ऑलराइट, आप सोचें, हम यहाँ पर थोड़ा आगे फरमान को पढ़ते हैं। Mullah says, we know this, you can reach to it if your heart and aim is in Sufism. For this, there are some essential things requirement are needed. It requires extraordinary courage. Such courage is not in you. मुला फरमाते हैं कि मुझे पता है कि आप ये कर सकते हैं और वहां पहुंच सकते हैं अगर आपने तय कर लिया है और सोच लिया है अपने दिल में आगे बढ़ने के लिए। लेकिन उसके लिए कुछ शरायत रखी गई है, और वो क्या है? हिम्मत। हिम्मत। और मौला फरमाते हैं मैं आप में ये हिम्मत नहीं देखता हूं। क्या वजह है कि मौला ये फरमाते हैं कि मैं आप में ये हिम्मत नहीं देखता हूं? मौला says, I know you can do it. If you set your heart and aim high, Mawla says, I know you can do it. There are some requirement, the core requirement, and that is that you must have courage, extraordinary courage. But then Mullah says, but I don't see that in you. And that is so true. You take your family or you take your Jamaat, wherever you are, and look around you. You will not find 1 out of 100, 1 out of 100 who would have courage, extraordinary dedication to move forward. And Imam is correct, 100% right, that he does not see that courage in us. Why is that? Why we have taken birth in Ismaili Tariqa if we are not willing to move forward? Because on the Shariat, there are 1.2 billion Muslims sitting on the path, sitting on the path of Sirat al-Mustaqim. What is the difference between you and them? What difference do you see? They are offering 5 times namaz, you are offering 3 times dua. What is the difference? What have we done that qualify us to be da'i? Are we da'i? Imam thinks so. Imam thinks so. But have you ever noticed what were the actions of the da'i? इमाम फरमाते हैं कि आप मेरे दाई है, तो दाई क्या करते थे? क्या हमने कभी देखा और सोचा? क्या वो सिर्फ 3 टाइम दुआ पढ़ते थे, या वो उससे भी ज्यादा कुछ काम करते थे? Mullah says, How many persons reach to the destination in this period? Such courage is not in you. Some few thousand years past. How many persons reach to the destination in this period? And then Imam counts. Hazrat Isa, Hazrat Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Mansur, Pir Shams, and some few people of this world have reached there. They all were lover of their soul, the friend of their soul. They reached and attained their higher stage, living within this world. क्या फरमाया मौलाना ने कि मैं आप में ये मत नहीं देखता हूं. अब देखिए मौला फरमाते हैं कि इन 1000 साल के अंदर कितने लोग थे जो इस आला मर्तबा पर पहुंचे. और मौला आपको गिनाते हैं कि देखो खाली थोड़े से नजर आते हैं. हजरत ईसा, हुजूर सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम, मंसूर, पीर शम्स और थोड़े बहुत इधर उधर दूसरे. वो अपने रूह के आशिक थे और वो अपने रूह दोस्त थे. Again, question, ask question. What does it mean they were lover of their soul and lover of their friend? पूछे अपने आप को कि क्या मतलब है कि वो अपने रूह दोस्त है. भाई मैंने अपनी रूह को देखा ही नहीं है तो मैं उससे दोस्ती कैसे करूं. मैंने अपनी रूह को देखा ही नहीं है तो मैं उससे प्यार कैसे करूं. How do I become lover and the friend of my soul when I have never, number one, paid attention to it, number two, seen it, number three, don't even have courage to do so. How do I do that? That tells us that first of all, how much attention are we paying to our soul? Because lover pay attention to the lovers. जो किसी से प्यार करता है वो तो उसके ऊपर तवज्जो देता है. क्या हम अपनी रूह के आशिक हैं? And friend pay attention to friend. Are we friend of our soul? जो आशिक होता है वो तो माशूक के ऊपर नजर रखता है. क्या हम अपनी रूह के आशिक हैं? और जो दोस्त होता है वो तो अपने दोस्त पर नजर रखता है. क्या हम अपनी रूह के दोस्त हैं? Why do you ask so many questions, Aziz sir? Because I want you yourself to pay attention to this matter. There are many teachers. They will come and they will give you lectures, and at the end, Yali Madad, and they will leave. My purpose is not that. My purpose is not here to lecture you. My purpose is here to draw your attention, to bring your mind into this Farman. I want you to ask yourself a question. I want you to pay attention. Otherwise, why are you waking up this early in the morning? You could be sleeping and enjoying and resting, or you could have gone to the gym or for a walk into a park. आराम से आप बेड से कहीं जाकर एंजॉय कर सकते अपनी जिंदगी को. आप क्यों इस लाइन पर आए हैं और अपना 1 घंटा देते हैं। इसी वजह से मैं, चूंकि आपको मैं देखता हूं कि आपको शौक है इल्म का, आप चाहते हैं कि आप इल्म सीखें, और आप हकीकी मोमिनीन में से हैं जो अपनी नींद को तोड़कर, जो अपना वक्त देकर, और आपको पता है वक्त बहुत कीमती है, बहुत कीमती है वक्त, आपने अपना वक्त दिया है, इस वजह से आप इधर आए हैं ताकि आप इससे कुछ हासिल कर सके। यू हैव गिवन योर टाइम विच इज सो प्रेशियस, so you may learn, and that is the reason that I ask you question, to make sure that you are getting what you have come over here to get. Otherwise, there are many lecturers that would come and give you lecture and yali madad and leave. That is not my purpose. My purpose is to make sure that you are paying attention to it and asking yourself a question. Because until and unless you ask yourself these questions, there is no one who can move you forward on Sirat al-Mustaqim but one, and that is you. जब तक आप अपने आप को सवाल नहीं पूछेंगे, तब तक आप इस रास्ते पर आगे नहीं बढ़ने वाले हैं, और कोई भी आपको इस रास्ते के ऊपर धक्का नहीं मार सकता है। आप ही है वो एक जो सोच समझकर इस सिरातल मुस्तकीम पर आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। Alright, let's read next paragraph. There are many religions which are not in Sufism. Shariati. Who are Shariati? Al-Zahir, Nasara, Christians, Jewish, Yahudi, Hindu, वगैरह are not Sufis. Their thoughts and bandagi are meant to go down to a lower stage. How could that be? You think that is possible? That somebody would do bandagi not to go forward, but to go down, backward. Let's see what Mullah says about that. Their desire is not good. Their desire is to reach to heaven and to eat delicious food, put on good clothes. How many women and enjoy heavenly happens for themselves there. Their desire is not good. Their niyat is not good. Such desire are of Shariati. Even heaven is also like the world. The real desire of Ruh is different. Subhanallah, Subhanallah. If you forget the entire Farman and just understand this one paragraph, I can guarantee you your action will change. If you just understand this one paragraph, your action will change. But if you do not understand this paragraph, you will keep doing what you were doing yesterday and day before yesterday. Alright, let me explain. पहले थोड़ा उर्दू में बताता चलूं और फिर मैं इसको इंग्लिश के अंदर और उर्दू के अंदर, ये एक पैराग्राफ को अगर आपने समझ लिया, आपके हालात, आपके तौर तरीके बदल जाएंगे। वरना आप वही करते रहेंगे जो आप कल करते थे। मौला क्या फरमाते हैं कि दुनिया में बहुत सारे मज़ाहिब हैं जो सूफी नहीं है, यानी कि जो सोचते नहीं है अपनी रूह के बारे में। वो कौन कौन है? शरीयती है। शरीयती किसको कहते हैं? जो एल जाहिर मुस्लिम है। एल जाहिर मुस्लिम। हम एल बातीन मुस्लिम है। नसारा क्रिश्चियन को कहते हैं। यहूदी, जूइश, हिंदू वगैरह सब मजहब सूफी नहीं है। मीनिंग दे आर नॉट बातीनी। वो बातीनी नहीं है, जाहिरी है। इनका ख्याल और बंदगी नीचे जाने के लिए है। अरे भाई, कौन इबादत करता है नीचे जाने के लिए? सब ऊपर जाने के लिए इबादत करते हैं। मौला फरमाते हैं नहीं। और मौला इसको समझाते हैं हमको कि देखें कि किस तरह से वो नीचे जाने की उम्मीद करते हैं, ऊपर जाने की उम्मीद नहीं करते हैं। वो जो उम्मीदें रखते हैं वो उम्मीदें अच्छी नहीं है। उनकी जो नीयत है ना, वो अच्छी नहीं है। क्या नीयत है उनकी? उनकी ये उम्मीद होती है कि बहश में जाकर वहां अच्छा अच्छा खाना खाएंगे, अच्छे अच्छे कपड़े पहनेंगे, बहुत सारी हुरान मिलेंगी और बहश का सुख उनको मिलेगा। उनकी ये उम्मीदें अच्छी नहीं है। ऐसी उम्मीदें शरीयती लोगों की है। बहश भी दुनिया जैसी ही है। रूह की जो असल उम्मीद है वो अलग चीज है। इन्होंने जिस चीज की नियत करके बंदगी की है ना, वो नियत ही खराब है। क्या नियत थी? कि बंदगी करेंगे, जन्नत में जाएंगे, और क्या करेंगे जन्नत में? अच्छे अच्छे खाने खाएंगे। आपने कभी इनको खाना खाते हुए देखा है? वो इस दुनिया में भी अच्छे अच्छे खाने खाते हैं, अच्छे अच्छे कपड़े पहनेंगे। आपने कभी देखा है? अच्छे अच्छे कपड़े पहनते हैं, अच्छी अच्छी औरतें मिलेंगी। आपने देखा है किस तरह से वो अय्याशी करते हैं? उनकी नीयत ही खराब है, तो फिर उनकी इबादत क्या रंग लाएंगी? माय अपोलॉजी, व्हाट आई एम अबाउट टू से, if this wakes you up, jolt you, my apology. Imam says, look at their niyat, intention. What is their intention? We are not talking about other people, my brother, my sister. This Farman is for Ismailis. We are not talking about other religion. Why would we badmouth other religion? हम दूसरे मजहब की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं। हम क्यों किसी मजहब की गिला गिबत करेंगे? नहीं, ये हमारी मिसाल है। माफी के साथ, मैंने पहले ही कहा था, आप इस एक पैराग्राफ को समझ जाएंगे, आपकी काया बदल जाएंगी। I told you that before, if you understand this one paragraph, you will change your way completely. This is not about others. We have no reason to badmouth others. This Farman is for Ismailis. Imam is talking about you and me. Is our desire to do bandagi is to go to Jannat and eat good food? We are in Jannat today. Look at all the food that we are eating. Good food, biryani, zarda, laddu, mithai. I mean, we are eating good food. And that is our desire for ibadat, bandagi. To put on good clothes. Have you ever seen us in Jamaat Khana? It look like a fashion show. माफी के साथ। कभी आपने आपको जमात खाने में देखा है? ऐसा लग रहा है किसी फैशन शो में आ गए हैं। बहुत ही आजीजाना माफी के साथ। ये फरमान हमारे लिए मौला फरमाते हैं, दूसरों के लिए नहीं। अगर हमारी ख्वाहिश अच्छे अच्छे खाने की है तो वो तो हम ऑलरेडी कर रहे हैं। अच्छे अच्छे कपड़े पहनने की है वो भी हम कर रहे हैं। If that is our wish to have good food and good clothes, then we are already doing it. Why go to some place where we're going to be doing exactly what we are doing today? और यहां पर 70 हुरान की जो बात हुई है, यानी कि अय्याशी करने के लिए अगर हमको जन्नत में जाना है, तो मेरे भाई बहन, कभी आपने अपने आप को और अपनी जमात को देखा है? कितनी अय्याशी करते हैं हम। अय्याशी करने में तो हमारा कोई बराबर हिस्सा नहीं कर सकता है। Have we seen how much fun are we having in this world? Oh, we are having so much fun. Then why do ibadat for something which we are already doing? That is the reason Imam says that their desire is not good, their intention is not good. And we are those Shariatis who are only following the Shariat, and we are not doing anything other than that. And our desire is not good. Our intention is not good. If our intention is to go to the paradise, eat good food, wear good clothes, and have a lot of fun, then we are already doing it. What is the difference? Even heaven is just like this world then. The real desire of the soul is different. This is not what our soul want. हमारी रूह ये नहीं चाह रही है। हमारी रूह की उम्मीदें तो और कुछ है। वो तो अपने असल में जाना चाहती है। Our soul want to go back to the origin, back into the oneness, back into the ocean of Noor, not in some paradise, not in some paradise, but into the Noor. हमारी रूह क्या चाहती है कि वो असल में वासिल हो, ना कि किसी जन्नत में बैठ के खाने खाए, अच्छे कपड़े पहने और अय्याशी करे। My apology if this hurts you, but if I cannot jolt you, if I cannot wake you up, why am I here? What is my purpose of sitting over here? You're not looking for somebody like that, are you? I hope better for you. I know you are not looking for somebody to just comfort you and baby you. You want somebody to wake you up, because I know you want something better for yourself and your soul. You wish to achieve something in this lifetime, not worldly, but spiritually. आप यहां पर इसलिए नहीं आए हैं कि मैं आपको अच्छी अच्छी कहानियां सुनाऊं और आपका दिल खुश हो जाए। आप इसलिए इधर आए हैं क्योंकि आप चाहते हैं कि आप अपनी रूह के लिए कुछ करें। आप इसलिए इधर आए हैं, और यही नाचीज का मकसद था इधर आने का। और लेट्स रीड द लास्ट पैराग्राफ and then we will end, and inshallah we will come back next week to continue. Maulana Rumi said, I was a stone. From there I born into tree. From there into an ant. After that into a beast. And then to a monkey. From there on I became a human. What will I be after a human being? I will become malaik, angels. And where will I be after that? I will reach even higher stage. मौला मिसाल देते हैं कि मौलाना रूमी ने फरमाया कि पहले मैं पत्थर जैसा था, फिर मैं दरख्त जैसा बन गया, फिर मैं चूंटी जैसा बन गया, इसके बाद जानवर में पहुंचा, जानवरों में से भी बंदर में पहुंचा, उसमें से इंसान बना, इंसान में से क्या बनूंगा? फरिश्ता बनूंगा, वहां से कहां जाऊंगा? उससे भी ऊपर जाऊंगा. Now, I'm sure you have heard me many times before. This is an example of a human stages progress. We were never a stone. We were never a tree. We were never an ant. We were never a beast. We were never a monkey. Our soul have come from the ocean of the human soul. But human soul has stages. हम कभी भी पत्थर नहीं थे, हम कभी भी दरख्त नहीं थे, हम कभी भी एक चूंटी जैसे नहीं थे, ना ही कभी हम जानवर थे, ना ही हम कभी बंदर थे. हम हमेशा से इंसान थे, क्योंकि हमारी रूह इंसान की रूह के समंदर में से आई है. God forbid, how can we think or say that I was an animal when our soul has come from the Imam? Tobo, Mafi. God forbid. If any one of you think that we were ever animal when our soul have come from the Imam, then what is this? What is this Farman? What is Rumi saying? Rumi is saying that I cross all of the stages of a human. Human have stages. Have you ever seen a born baby? She just sleep like a stone, doesn't even move. Then she starts to grow like a tree. Human stages. And you have heard me saying this before. This is not a new lesson for you. And you are person of logic and intellect. I believe so. That you are a person of logic and intellect. Then we were just like a small ant just crawling on the floor. Remember that? Then we started like a baby, like an animal, just eating, running around, and sleeping. That's what animals do. That's how our stages we have crossed. Then we started to mimic like a monkey. Whatever our parents would do, we would do. Whatever our brother and sister will do, we mimic them like a monkey. Stages of human being. Then we got our intellect and logic and we became human. Even though we look like a human baby, but we were not human. We were acting like a stone, acting like a tree, acting like ant, acting like an animal, and acting like a monkey before we became an intellectual, logical human being. What will we become after that? Are we always going to be human or are we going to be angel? Do we want to be angel? Then if the answer is yes, then what does angel do 24 hours a day? Angel has two tasks. That's it. Two tasks. Ibadat and following Imam's Farman. That is the total task of an angel. Think about that and I'll come back to it. जब मौला ने ये फरमान फरमाया और रूमी की मिसाल दी, तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि हम कभी पत्थर थे। अगर आपने इस गरीब और नाचीज को पहले सुना है तो आपने जरूर सुना होगा कि इंसान के दर्जात होते हैं, इंसान की रूह के दर्जात होते हैं और वो दर्जात में पलता बड़ा होता है। जब हम पैदा हुए थे तो पत्थर की तरह थे, बस एक तरफ पड़े होते थे। फिर हम एक चूंटी की, एक दरख्त की तरह हुए, खाना खाकर बड़े होते थे, ग्रो होते थे एक दरख्त की तरह। फिर हम चूंटी की तरह थे जब हम जमीन पर रिंगने लगे, क्रॉल करने लगे, एक चूंटी की तरह जमीन पर रिंगते थे। फिर जानवर जैसे हो गए, हम चलने लगे, गोल 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 घूमते थे, भागते थे और खाना खाते थे और सो जाते थे। क्या करते थे? जानवर की तरह सारा दिन गोल गोल घूमते थे, खाना खाते थे और सो जाते थे। हम में और जानवर में क्या फर्क था? कुछ भी नहीं। ये इंसान के दर्जात है। फिर हम बंदर की तरह हो गए, जो हमारे माँ बाप करते हैं वो हम करते हैं। बंदर क्या करता है? कॉपी करता है, मिमिक करता है। हम भी बंदर की तरह हो गए, जो हमारे माँ बाप करते थे, हमारे भाई बहन करते थे, वो हम करते थे। वो कुछ बोलते थे तो हम कुछ बोलते थे, वो कुछ करते थे तो हम करते थे। हमें और बंदर में क्या फर्क था? फर्क ये था कि अभी तक हमारे अंदर अक्ल नहीं आई थी, सोच नहीं थी। फिर जब हम थोड़े बड़े हुए तो हम इंसान के लाए। क्यों इंसान के लाए? क्योंकि अब हमारे अंदर अक्ल आई, हम बोल सकते थे, सुन सकते थे और हमारी अक्ल से हम काम लेते थे। अब हम इंसान बन गए हैं। आपने देखा, हमारी रूह और हमारी शक्ल तो इंसान की थी, लेकिन दर्जा बदर्जा कितने सालों के बाद हम हकीकी मानों में इंसान कहलाने के लायक हुए, जब हमने अपनी अक्ल को इस्तेमाल किया, अपनी सोच को इस्तेमाल किया। अब हम इंसान बन गए। अब हम क्या बनेंगे? हम एंजल बनेंगे, मलाइक बनेंगे, फरिश्ते बनेंगे। तो फरिश्तों का क्या कर्तव्य है? उनका क्या काम है? वो सिर्फ दो काम करते हैं। फरिश्ते के सिर्फ दो काम होते हैं। एक, इबादत, खुदा की याद में रहना हर हमेशा। दूसरा, इमाम की फरमान बरदारी करना। बस फरिश्ते को और कुछ काम नहीं है। इमाम वांट अस टू बी लाइक एंजल। Remember him even if you have 1 second. Imam wants you to be angel. Remember him 24 hours. Imam wants you to be an angel. And follow my farman. Imam wants you to be an angel. That is the action of the angel. Ibadat, remembrance, and following the farman. Imam wants those two things from you, so you may become angel. जिस तरह से फरिश्तों के दो काम है, इमाम भी यही चाहते हैं आपसे कि अगर 1 सेकंड भी हो, आप मौला को याद करें, हर हमेशा 24 घंटे मौला को याद करें। ये चाहते हैं इमाम आपसे, क्योंकि इमाम आपको फरिश्ता बनाना चाहते हैं और मेरी फरमान बरदारी करें, मौला फरमाते हैं। इमाम आपको फरिश्ता बनाना चाहते हैं। इमाम चाहते हैं कि आप सिर्फ दो काम करें, एक उसको याद करें और दूसरे उसके फरमान बरदारी करें, ताकि आप फरिश्ते बन जाएं। ये इमाम का फरमान और ये इमाम की चाहत आपके लिए है। दिस इज द फरमान ऑफ द इमाम एंड दैट इज मौला वांट्स ईच वन ऑफ हिज मुरीद टू बी लाइक एन एंजल। That is this Farman. Asul ad-Din. You see how systematically Imam brought your attention to what Imam wants from you. Imam want you, his spiritual children, murid, to be like angel. आपने देखा तरतीबवार मौला हमको इस फरमान में ले आए और आखिर में हमको समझाया कि किस तरह से फरिश्ते बनना है. तरतीबवार समझाया, बच्चे की तरह स्टेप बाय स्टेप हमको समझाया कि किस तरह से हमको फरिश्ते बनना है. Inshallah, let me stop here. I hope we have learned a lot today. Thank you everyone for joining. Ji.
Sir, subhanallah, sir, subhanallah. Friends, please share your questions in the chat room, or you can use the hand raise feature to ask questions. Sir, we don't have any question in the chat at this time. Any friends have any questions? You can unmute your device or use the hand raise feature. Okay, Ji Fiaz, go ahead, please.
जी यारी मदद सर.
यारी मदद.
सर ये जो छोटा सी फरमान, this small few lines of this फरमान did evict all of us today, you know, like जंजोल दिया के really, like, you know, we were thinking कि मैं पत्थर था, and then how Rumi is explaining this, and now we understood the real meaning of this, that it's the, you know, the ranks of the human body that's going from patthar to other things. But sir, how can we understand this when you know, when Imam is saying that I want you to all become angels, but in the Diamond Jubilee Farman, Imam made everybody die. So where is this die rank fits? Are we looking to the die as in a human body, or is it the rank of the soul? Like where will this rank fit, sir, for us?
So we must believe if someone truly become Daiye Mutallak, complete Dai, they are angels. They are angels in the body form of a Dai. What does Dai do? Dai first totally and completely understand Tariqa. Dai first do extraordinary ibadat. Dai first follow the Farman to its last word, and then Dai give that knowledge to others. And that is the part of the action of the angels, ibadat and Farman Bardari. Imam wants us to be Dai, that's Farman Bardari. That is the action of an angel. फरिश्ते बन जाने का मतलब ये नहीं है कि हमारे पर लग जाएंगे. फरिश्ते बन जाने का मतलब ये है कि हमारी रूह उड़ने लगेंगी और जिस्म के अंदर हम दाई हो गए. जी.
All right, sir, we have a few questions in the chat. So I'm trying to understand these questions, sir. So friends asking, paradise is a prison. So as practicing smileys, we should not aim for paradise, right?
That is correct. If you think what is in paradise, just start from that concept. Because when we wanted to buy something, let's say I wanted to buy this TV, I would ask, what does this TV has? Does it have a good picture? Does it have a good internet connection? What does this TV have? Should we not be asking what is in heaven? What does heaven has? And if your answer is heaven has everything that I have in this world, then why would you wish for a heaven? No, as a smiley, the murid and the follower of the Imam, our aim should be higher than that. And what is higher than that? to become one with the Noor of the Imam. To be one in Asal, not on the way. Heaven is on the way. So are you saying you just wanted to be on the way, or do you want it to be at the highest level? Remember the Farman one line? You can go even higher than that. Aim for the top, final, asal goal. Don't aim for the paradise. In Ismaili Tariqa, compared to other Muslim brother and sister, if you ask any Muslim, what do you want at the end? Their number one answer would be heaven. You ask any Ismaili, what do you want at the end? Their one answer would be asal mein wasal. Do you see that? We already have that concept. We have not understood that concept. We have that concept. We have not understood that concept. G.
Okay, yes, sir. Yeah, I think you answered the next question. So I'm going to move forward to the next one. So friends shared in the private chat. Why Imam mentions the name of Rasul along with Mansur and Pir Shams, that he reached the path when Rasul position is amongst the highest, and the first one as he was the Hazrat Ali before even the world or Adam was created, and he was the sixth Natik too, and his position is higher than Hazrat Ali.
Okay. If you are asking me why, that is not a good way of asking question. Imam does what he does. How can I say why Imam does this or say this? The question, may I, with your permission, rephrase the question? How do we understand that Imam mentions Rasul in the line of Mansur? Maafi ke saath, as a teacher, it is my job to teach you how to ask question. Why is argumental, and we should never use that word. Why Imam says that. Okay? So now you know. So your question is, how do we understand that Imam mentions the Rasul along with Mansur? Good question. Very good question. Imam wants to give you many examples. Because when we think about Rasul, we will say, oh my God, no, 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 no. That is too far. I don't think I'll be able to reach that. I will not be able to reach that. So in this Farman, in last 3 paragraphs, if you are paying attention, let me show you how Imam encouraged us that you can do it too. He used the word Sufi. Oh yeah, we can do it. Cool. We can do it. Imam used the word Mansur. Oh yeah, Mansur was just like us. We can do it. Imam used the word Pir Shams. I think if I can be like Mansur, I can be like Pir Shams. See, Imam is coaching you and teaching you like a children. Baby steps. Baby steps. He wants you to teach you that you can do it. Can you imagine if he said, you can be like Rasul? And we would say, no, 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 no. How can we be like Rasul? Look at me and look at Rasul. There is no comparison. So Imam uses different words to teach you. So am I right? We can be like Sufi? Yeah, definitely. We can be like Mansur? Yes. If we can be like Sufi, we can like be Mansur. No problem. You see that? Now, Pir Shams. Okay, little bit harder, but I think we can do it. Like Pir Sadruddin. Need to be more harder. Yes, if we can be like Pir Shams, we can be like Mansur. And then what other word he used? Hazrat Isa. If we can be like Pir Sadruddin, then maybe we can be like Hazrat Isa. Then he uses the word Rasul. You see, he using any and all the vocabulary, whatever helps you get motivated. He wanted to encourage you. What will help you to move forward? That is the language Imam is using. If we are somebody who don't think we can do anything, then he's using the word Sufi for us. If we are somebody who think we can be like Pir Shams, he's using that word. If we think we can be like Pir Sadruddin, he's using that word. What he's saying, there is no limit. Sky is the limit. Don't shortchange yourself. He want to give you the sky. Think high. And what did he say before this? That you can be like Hazrat Isa. He used the word, you do not understand your status. You don't recognize and realize where you have come from. We have come from him. We came from the single soul of Imam, and we will reach back to the single soul of Imam. That is how high we wanted to go. That is the goal. And he is encouraging us, motivating us to be. That was a good question. Appreciate that. And this is how we will understand this. G.
It's the same friend asked another question. Our soul has come from Imam. So where animal came from? From whose soul?
Okay. There are 4 oceans of soul. 4 oceans of soul. Mineral soul ocean. So mineral come from the mineral soul ocean. Vegetative soul, ocean of the vegetative soul. All the vegetative soul come from the ocean of vegetative soul. Ocean of animal soul. All of the animal come from the ocean of animal soul. Ocean of human soul. Imam is the ocean of human soul, and we have come from him. Imam's Khazain, treasure box. He has a treasure box. Treasure box of mineral soul, treasure box of vegetative soul, treasure box of animal soul, and he has one huge body, an ocean of human soul. Another good question. Thank you.
Okay, so the next question, sir. So as a smiley, do we believe in chakras? So I don't know what chakra is. Where the energy, where the energy point in the body is, is this a Hindu philosophy?
Absolutely. That is a Hindu philosophy. G.
Okay, so we don't have any question in the chat. So I think one of friends has hand raised. G Lela, please go ahead.
Okay, Aziz, I want to ask you that now we have the potential to be dais. So I want to know from Dai if I want to be like Mansur, Peshams, even be with Allah. So what are my procedures that I can follow?
Another good question. Thank you for asking. So First question I would ask myself, when Imam said you can be like Dai, did I become like a Dai? That would be the first question I would ask, right? Because that is the first stage. So what are the attribution of a Dai? He has complete ilm of our tariqah. Complete ilm of our tariqah. Ibadat, higher ibadat. And then vocabulary, language, tongue to teach others. Have I become that? If your answer is yes, then your second question will come. What will be my next stage above Dai? So what is the next stage above Dai? Peer, right? Peer is the next stage up. So now what is the difference between peer and a Dai? Peer are the curtain or the veil over the nur of the Imam. Have I become the protector of the nur of the Imam? Am I the veil on the Imam's nur? In other words, what I'm trying to say, there will be no difference between your nur and Imam's nur. That's how you will be. This is how close you will be to the Imam. And then the third stage is in your question, then you will become one with the Imam. That is the path. First, understand the path, then practice the path. To become Dai, you cannot become Dai just by offering 3-time dua or offering 1 hour ibadat or joining this 1 hour class. You need more than that. What do you need more than that? Along with the dua, tasbih, giryawazari. Along with the ibadat, extraordinary ibadat. Not 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. That's what our Dais did and our peace did. And then not 1 hour class, ilm. So much ilm that you can say, I know everything about our tariqah. Then you move forward to the next stage. G.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Ji, Yasmin Saiba, please unmute your US.
Ali Madad, sir. I just wanted I wanted to ask you, you know, as human beings when we are born with a soul, but you see some children or some babies when they are born and as they are growing up, you kind of see that they are at a different level than other children, even when you look at your own children. Um, is it, can you explain to me that there is, they are born with a different level of soul, or is that that understanding not correct?
So there is a lecture that you can go back and listen. I believe there are 3-part lecture on free will. Before we are born, you know, we are born with our own free will and wish. First of all, you have to know that part to understand children. Okay, that we are born with our own wish and free will. So when we were about to be born, there was a conversation between you and your creator, the Lord. And he was looking for an assignment. So let's use 4 babies, okay? I'm looking for a baby who's going to be born but will die prematurely pretty soon. I'm looking for a baby who's going to be born but not going to be completely in human body, meaning she may not have a limp, eyes, ears, dumb, deaf, something. I'm looking for a baby to be born who's not going to be very sharp or very much intellectual. Then I'm looking for a baby, the one you are talking about, very much sharp and complete from the birth. Imam asked for this four. I need you to understand and imagine. Okay? All four of them are from where? From the single soul of the Imam. There is no difference in the soul. Soul is same, all four. Same soul. Four different tasks. Four different tasks. I know I'm maybe speaking in tongue over here because most people will not be able to understand that. But if you can imagine that, you will be able to understand that. Four different tasks. I will give you a worldly physical example. When you watch a movie, there are different characters in movie. But outside the movie, what do we call them? Actors. Outside the movie, they are all actors. In the movie, there are different roles. Just like that, soul is same, one single soul. We must understand that part. Different action, different assignment, different task. Did I answer your question?
Yes, sir. I understand. Yeah. Thank you. Shukr.
Thank you. बहुत ही मुश्किल सवाल था और बहुत ही मुश्किल आंसर था. शुक्रिया आपने पूछा और मुझे उम्मीद है कि सब साथी इसको समझ गए होंगे. जी, go ahead please.
يعني مدثر
याली मदद. जी फरमाइए. आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है.
Okay, so then I will go to the next question, sir. All right, so the friend's asking, so Ismailis come from Imam's soul. How about other people who are in other faith?
I did not say Ismaili come from Imam. When did I say that? Human comes from the ocean of Imam's soul. तमाम दुनिया के लोग इमाम के रूह से आए हुए हैं. आपको एक्चुअली कुरान के अंदर जाकर देखना चाहिए. नफ्सुन वाहिदा का रेफरेंस. नफ्सुन वाहिदा ये सूरा नंबर 4 है. पहली, दूसरी और तीसरी आयत को पढ़ लें. जी.
All right, sir, we have another question. So the Imam is the universal soul, the possessor of four oceans. So in that sense, the animal come from Imam too?
If you really want to, sure. If you really like, you are pushing for animal to be from Imam. If this is how you like to understand, sure, why not? But the way I explained earlier, that was the correct understanding. If you like me to repeat that, I would love to repeat it because I do not want anyone to leave with ill concept. अगर आप सोचना चाहते हैं और समझना चाहते हैं कि नहीं इमाम से ही जानवर आते हैं तो ठीक है, मुझे कोई मसला नहीं है. लेकिन जिस तरह से नाचीज ने पहले बयान किया, समझाया, वो दुरुस्त अंडरस्टैंडिंग है. और अगर आप चाहते हैं कि मैं दोबारा से इसको रिपीट करूं तो मैं रिपीट कर सकता हूं, उर्दू में भी और इंग्लिश में भी. देखें, इमाम यूनिवर्सल सोल तो है, लेकिन इमाम के पास तीन तीन ट्रेजर बॉक्स है, खजाइन है। किन चीज के खजाने हैं? मट्टी की रूह के खजाने हैं। दरख्त वेजिटेशन की रूह के खजाने हैं। जानवर एनिमल की रूह के खजाने हैं। इमाम के पास ही है। और इमाम अस खुद ह्यूमन सोल का मंबा है, ह्यूमन सोल का समंदर है। क्या फर्क है इसके अंदर? फर्क यह है कि हम इमाम को कितनी अच्छी नजर से देखते हैं। ये फर्क है कि हम इमाम को कितनी आला और बुलंद और पाकीज़ा नजर से देखते हैं। जब हम इमाम को पाकीज़ा और बुलंद नजर से देखते हैं तो हम कहेंगे कि इमाम नफ्सुन वाहिदा, इंसानी रूह का खजाना है, और उसके पास तीन और समंदर हैं, खजाने के डब्बे हैं, बड़े बड़े दरिया हैं। और वो दरिया हैं मिनरल सोल के, वेजिटेटिव सोल के और एनिमल सोल के। आप समझ गए? अगर अभी भी नहीं समझे हैं, ask again. I do not mind explaining again and again until you understand. जी
सर एक दफा वापस समझाएं ना उर्दू में प्लीज।
जी। इमाम यूनिवर्सल सोल तो है, यूनिवर्सल सोल रूए कुल्ली, वो तो है, उसमें तो कोई मसला ही नहीं है। ये बात को मानने और समझने में कोई मसला नहीं है। लेकिन इमाम इंसानी सोल का, क्योंकि हमारा नजरिया इमाम की तरफ बहुत ही आला, बुलंद, पाक और पाकीज़ा है, इसलिए हमने इमाम को नफ्सुन वाहिदा और इंसानी रूह का खजाना दरिया कहा कि इंसान की रूह इमाम से आती है, क्योंकि हमारा नजरिया इमाम की तरफ अच्छा, पाकीज़ा और बुलंद है। फिर इमाम के पास तीन और दरिया हैं, या ऐसा कह सकते हैं खजाने के डब्बे हैं। तीन और खजाने के डब्बे हैं। एक खजाना मट्टी की रूह का है, जहां से तमाम किस्म की मिनरल सोल आती है। दूसरा वेजिटेटिव सोल का खजाना है, जहां से तमाम दरख्त और जितने भी वेजिटेशन है उसकी रूह वहां से आती है। फिर इसके बाद तीसरा खजाना है, यानी कि जानवर की रूह का खजाना है, दरिया है, समंदर है, और वहां से तमाम किस्म के जानवर, परिंदे वगैरह आते हैं। और ये तीन खजाने हैं, तीन दरिया है इमाम के पास। और इमाम अस खुद इंसान के नफ्सन वाहिदा की तरह रूह का दरिया है। अस खुद हमारी तमाम की, यानी कि इंसान की रूहें इमाम से आती है और इमाम में लौटती है। अब आप समझ गए उर्दू एंड इंग्लिश के अंदर।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
यू वेलकम। डज एवरीवन अंडरस्टैंड दिस? जी, वेरी गुड। गो अहेड।
So I think Laila, she has a question again. Ji Laila, please go ahead.
Aziz bhai, I want to ask you, if a soul and a person who is very intellectual from the beginning until after the profession of the person may have in a most high caliber, and then if she gets some kind of serious mental disease, like maybe schizophrenia or something like that, so the soul will be affected, I guess, by it, and what will be that person's going higher?
Okay, another good question. So remember one thing, while, because you said they're in three different stages, what he or she did for her soul before she fell ill. It all depends on that. Did she benefited with that intellect worldly, physically, financially, or did she use that intellect for increasing and elevating one soul?
All of them.
Depending on your answer,
All
if
of
your
them.
answer is she did do something for her soul, then we do not need to worry about it. Because illness is a test. As he or she has done what she had done while she was not ill, Allah will accept that and will honor her with the higher ranks. If she only used an Imam's Farman, I'm not saying that. Imam's Farman, education is for the purpose of finding Allah's creation and understanding Allah's creation, not for your physical and temporary benefits. That is your answer. G.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, sir. We have another person who raised hand. Go ahead, please. I don't know, is it Sana or SNA? G, SNA, please go ahead, unmute your device.
Yali Madad. I have two questions. The three khazana that you speak of, are they, the other three khazanas are there to sustain the intellect of men?
Okay. They are the examples set for the man. You understand? So mineral
Mm-hmm.
are the benefit of the human. Yes, if that is what you're asking. Because from the mineral, what do we learn? What do we learn from mineral? We learn the mineral is the most humble soul amongst the four. Mineral gives its own life for the sake of vegetation. We see that every day, right? It is the mineral, and due to the mineral, we have vegetation. Because mineral gives itself for the sake of Qurbani, for the human. Everything in this world is for the sake of human. Also, mineral does what for us in the human body? We also have a mineral in our body. Without the mineral, we will not be the way we are. This our shape and form is created due to the mineral soul. So mineral plays a huge role in the human creation and in the human intellectual understanding. To be like a mineral, be humble, and on and on. Now you are, I believe, understood. Every single thing has a purpose, higher purpose for the human. They are the example and benefit for the human. G.
All right, so we have a couple of questions in the chat here. So the first one, while chakras are Hindus or Indic philosophy, and we don't go in that direction, are there any inner stations or subtle centers within us associated with the seven natics, or can we experience prophetic stations within our inner world?
Your second part of the question is absolutely correct. In our Ruhaniyat, we cross all of these stages, being a Momin to Mazun to Dai to Hujjat to Imam to Asas to Natik, even Nafsekul and Aklekul. We cross all of these stages in our Ruhaniyat. Then we get the Kulli Marifat and become Arife Kamil. So yes, you are right that we do cross all these stages, and those stages are not called chakra because there's a Hindu concept. It is called the stages of Hudud Deen. So we use correct term in our Ismaili Tariqa, which are given to us by the teaching of our Dais and our Hujjatan Peers and the Imams. G.
And so the next one, so friend there gave the reference to the Quranic verse 1785. It says, they ask about the soul and say that it's from the command of my Lord. Can you please explain this ayat? If it is says command, order, then how can we relate this to free will?
G. So let's say you have a free will. Without the Amr of your Lord, you cannot come. You cannot cross that boundary. But Imam is so merciful. He does not push you and send you to this physical world without your wish and will. Doesn't that show that he is Rahman and Rahim? See, all this is interconnected. Only if you can imagine, if you can see what I'm talking about. Imam is so Rahman and Rahim, so merciful. He does not throw us, push us, force us to come to this world. He asks us, Beta, do you want to go? Would you like to go? I have a task for you. And you like, of course, Mola Bapa, I would love to go. Then Mola Bapa give his Amr to you. And that's how we come to this world. G.
Okay. All right, sir, if you want to take this last question.
G.
All right, so again, it's shared in the private chat. So the same person asked, are the souls of animals also pure? Because in Ginan it says they remember Allah all the time, only their forms are different. And person also gives the reference of the Ginan below.
All right. So looks like we have somebody who loves animal more than human. Looks like, okay? And there's nothing wrong with it. You can love animal if this is what you want. And you are pushing the buttons to make sure that animal has some sort of higher level. You know, if this is what you're looking for, I can assure you, I can guarantee you that animal that you love will go back to the ocean of the animal as he or she had come to this world. He will go back to the ocean of the animal soul. Does that help you and ease your mind? I hope it does. G.
Okay. All right, sir, if you want to take this last question. So then do you choose the family to be born in? Which family you want to come in?
You can, as you have a free wish and will. You can, absolutely. But let me take you again to the beginning of your time. All right? Let me, so you may understand fully. Because it is important that we understand not half, full picture. Let's say you are 30-year-old. The person who's asking question is 30-year-old. I don't know who you are. Imam comes to you and says, my spiritual son, I want you to go to Afghanistan. I want you to go to Australia. I want you to go to Russia and do this task for me. How will you reply to Imam? Khudawind, as you wish. Correct? You understand so far? Now, second example. Imam comes to you and say, I have 3 tasks. You could go to Russia, Afghanistan, or Australia. Which one is your preferred language and place? You could say, I speak Pashtun and Persian. I would rather go to Afghanistan. Or you could say, I speak Russian and English, so I will go to Russia. Or you could say, I only speak English, I'll go to Australia. So Imam gave you 3 choices and he let you pick one. Did I answer your question? Sometime you wish to pick, and other time you say, Ya Mola, Khudawind, as you wish. As you wish. Which family should I go to? That is the moment's way of thinking. A moment always leaves his humble wish in the wish of the Imam, the Amr of the Imam. I hope I have draw a good picture for you and now you understand. I know these are not easy questions, but thank you for asking. Thank you. Ji Kamre Sahib.
Right, so we don't have any question in the chat, sir. And I believe someone has raised a hand. Ji Yasmin sir.
Yeah, limited, sir. Um, I think I know the answer, but I just want further clarification as to if I want to know my conversation with my creator before I came into this world, how do I get a better understanding of that?
So let me ask a question. Is it possible for me to see and understand my conversation with my creator? Everything is possible in heaven. Everything is possible in heaven. Meaning, you come closer and closer to the Nur of Imam, and everything will be Roshan for you. Everything will be Roshan for you. Does this answer your question?
Yes, sir. I guess I need to read more. Thank you.
Ji. All right. Should we stop here, Kamri sir?
Ji sir, I think we can stop here.
Thank you, Kamri Sahib. Thank you, everybody, for joining. You all have a good day, and inshallah we'll see you next week. Yali Madad, Yali Madad.
Thank you, Yali Madad. Yali Madad.
يعني مزاد